all the man-made religions that you find today. The Baptist religion was created in 1608 by a white man, John Smith. Where were black people in 1608? Slavery. The Mormon religion was created in 1830 by Joseph Smith, a white man. Where were black people in 1830? Slavery. Ellen G. White came with the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Where were black people in 1863? Slavery. Charles T. Russell created Jehovah's Witness. Where were black people in 1872? Slavery. The Pentecostal Church was created by Charles Parham. Where were black people in 1901? Slavery. Now let's get to Islam. Islam. Brother, what's your question about Islam? Are you Muslim?
Yes, I was born Muslim.
Oh, you were born Muslim. That means your parents were Muslim too. Yes. Let me ask you, what in Africa, what tribe are you called? What's your tribe? You're Zulu. Okay, so you were born into Islam, right? How did Islam arrive in Africa? The religion Islam, how did it arrive in Africa? Spread the message across the country. It originated in Makkah, Arabia. Qatar, yeah. The people were sent. We call them what is it? Messengers. Okay. So you're saying Islam came to Africa through messengers who came from Mecca to spread the message of Islam. Okay, very good. Do you believe that?
Oh, I don't believe that.
Guess what? I also don't believe that, because I know how Islam came. Islam came to Africa the same way Christianity came to Africa. Through colonizers and enslavers.
That's right.
Guess what? Before white people came with Christianity into Africa, Arabs came with Islam during the sub-Saharan slave trade. Now let's read the Bible. Get Deuteronomy 28 first. Let's see the curse, what it says. Verse 15, then jump.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Read.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Moses is speaking to the Israelites. Who are the Israelites? Us, so-called black people, so-called Zulu people. We are the Israelites. He's telling them it will happen if you don't listen to God.
Read. To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Read.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So Moses told the Israelites, if you don't listen to God and do his commandments, you will be a cursed people. Now let's read one of these curses that the Israelites would go through. Read.
Verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
See, the Lord will take you from your homeland and scatter you amongst all people. That's why every country, every continent you go, you find black people.
That's right.
Because God scattered us everywhere. It's a curse. Read.
From the one end of the earth,
from the Western Hemisphere, Americas, read,
even to the other,
to the Eastern Hemisphere, even in Japan, you find black people. Read.
And there
in those nations where you will be scattered as black people, when you get to those countries, what will happen to you?
Thou shalt serve other gods.
We serve other gods. Read.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
But let me ask you, do you think your Zulu ancestors knew about Allah before the Arabs came? No. Do you think your Zulu ancestors knew about white Jesus before white people came? No. That's why God says this. Read.
Even wood and stone.
Saying these gods are made of wood and stone. Which God is the God of wood? Christianity, because the symbol is a wooden cross. No, it's not the Hindu God. Listen, pay attention. It says you will serve gods of wood and stone. Hold on, brother. You will serve gods of wood and stone. The wood, wait. The wood is Christianity, the wooden cross. The stone is the Kaaba stone in Mecca, Islam. Let me ask you, do you know that the same, let me ask you, you said you're Muslim, right?
Yeah.
So when you pray, you face is Mecca. Do you know that Mecca was a slave port?
Right.
Where they traded black people. Did you know that? Hey, get me that man-made religions. Find me that. I'm gonna show you something. Because black people are in all these religions, but all these religions are from their oppressors.
That's right.
Let's show you. Let's show you. Find me that man-made religions. Right here, right here. These are all the man-made religions that you find today. Let's begin. The Baptist religion was created in 1608 by a white man, John Smith. Where were black people in 1608? Slavery. The Mormon religion was created in 1830 by Joseph Smith, a white man. Where were black people in 1830? Slavery. Ellen G. White came with the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Where were black people in 1863? Slavery. Charles T. Russell created Jehovah's Witness. Where were black people in 1872? Slavery. The Pentecostal Church was created by Charles Parham. Where were black people in 1901? Slavery. Now let's get to Islam. Islam. When was Islam created? 622 years after Jesus Christ. By who? Muhammad, an Arab man who couldn't read or write.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today.
But our people today follow this religion as their own. This is Mecca, right? Wait. This is Mecca, right? In Mecca you find the Kaaba stone. Yes. Right? They pray towards the Kaaba stone, right? They bow down to it, they lick it. I've seen it. They lick the Kaaba stone, they circle around Mecca. Why do they do that?
Because the Prophet was born there.
No. I'll tell you why they do that. You know what Muhammad did? Remember, Muhammad couldn't read or write. What did he do?
How did he get?
He followed the Jews around. He was like, yo, I'm seeing there's a group of people called Jews, and I like the way they live. So guess what? I'm gonna copy what they do and form a religion. Why do Muslims face Mecca when they pray? Because in the Bible, the Israelites faced Jerusalem when they pray. Before Muslims faced Mecca when they prayed to Jerusalem. Because Muhammad studied the Jews. What? Do you know about what do you call it? Ramadan. Why do Muslims keep Ramadan?
Fasting.
Why? Because he got it from the Bible. Day of Atonement. Why do Muslims pray 3 times a day? He got it from the Bible. Psalm 57:17. So guess what? Because this prophet of yours, Muhammad, couldn't read or write, he said, you know what? Let me copy what these Jews are doing. They seem to be on the right path. Let me copy them. But when he established this religion of Islam and he tried to force it upon us and we didn't accept it, what do you think he did?
Yeah, when there was wars, what is Islam and the Muslims are fighting.
What do you think he did to black people who didn't want to accept Islam? What do you think he did?
Arabia.
No. So, let me ask you. When you go to East Africa is like a den, a hub of Islam, especially Mombasa, Kenya. You know why? Because Mombasa, Kenya was a slave port during the sub-Saharan slave trade. That's why when you go to Kenya, people from Mombasa on the coast, what are their names? Muhammad, Ahmed. Why? Because this religion is a slave religion forced upon us. The same way the slave religion Christianity was forced upon us. Did you know that? You didn't know that. Read for him Jeremiah 2 verse 27.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2.
Listen to what God says. Read.
Say to a stock, thou art my father.
Black people say to a stock, thou art my father, meaning what? The stock of Christianity. Read.
And to a stone that has brought me forth.
You face the Kaaba stone and say, you know what? I was born Muslim. That's what black people say. You said you were born Muslim, right? We just proved to you that that religion was forced upon your ancestors. Read.
For they have turned, they back unto me.
You see that? Now you're worshipping Christianity. Now you're worshipping Islam. You've turned your back on your true God.
Right.
The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You've rejected him. Now you're worshipping the God of Arabs. Now you're worshipping the God of white people. Let me ask you, do you know every race on earth has a God who looks like them?
Right.
White people have white Jesus, right? He looks like them. Arabs have Allah and Muhammad, who looks like them, right? Indian people have Buddha, who looks like them. What do Chinese people have?
Chinese have Buddha,
Indians have Krishna, Chinese have Buddha. They look like them. Then you ask black people. So black people, what does your God look like? No, my God is white Jesus. How? My God is Allah. How? How can you as a race of people have a God who doesn't look like you?
Bring it on!
But every other race of people have gods who look like them. Make it make sense, brother. So I will show you that religion, Islam, is a slave religion. It was forced upon black people. The Arabs had black people as slaves. The same way white people who came with Christianity had black people as slaves. That's why, guess what? That's why they called us in South Africa, what do they call black people? Kafirs. Why? It comes from the Arab word kafir. When our people rejected Islam, they call these guys, these are unbelievers. They don't want to accept Islam. That's where it comes from. Kafir, no. It's not Afrikaner. It's Arabic. It's Arabic, meaning non-believer. It's pronounced kafre or kafir. It means non-believer. And when the Portuguese came in the 1500s and they met with the Arab traders who are trading our people on the east coast of Africa. Look here, brother. Hold this up. Let me show you. Predominantly Islam, the sub-Saharan slave trade happened on the east coast of Africa. That's why when you tour the east coast of Africa, our people have Muslim names. When the Portuguese came, like Bartholomew Diaz, you know about him, in 1582, when he passed Durban, do you know that Durban was a slave port? They traded people in Durban. Did you know that? They don't teach you that in school. They don't want to teach you that the Portuguese, white people were trading slaves in Durban. Zulu people were taken as slaves in Durban. Who did they meet? They met the Arabs. And they're like, yo, the Portuguese told the Arabs, yo, tell us about these black people from Zanj. What are they? All the way from Tanzania, Uganda, all the way to the port of Durban. And the Arabs were like, you know, these people are stiff-necked. They are kafirs, non-believers. And then over time, what happened when the Dutch came in 1652? They took that word and used it as a derogatory term to call us kafirs. That's where it comes from. From Arabs who are trading us as slaves.
That's right!
But that's the God you pray to, right? The God who put your ancestors in slavery. Right? Do you pray to white Jesus? Who do you pray to? Who do you pray to? Your ancestors. So tell me something. Why couldn't your ancestors save us from this? Because these are your ancestors. These are your ancestors. These ancestors were taken on slave ships. Why couldn't they also pray to their ancestors to save them from this?
Right.
Put it down. Why couldn't your ancestors pray to their ancestors to save them from this?
Ancestors are spirits.
You know why? Because they are dead.
Yes, they did. So
They can't do anything. They don't have power on earth. They are dead.
That's right.
The same way. Imagine right now I have a grandmother, right? She dies. Today I call her, hey, grandmother. Wait. I'm coming. Grandmother, you know what? I'm going to give 100 rand. She's living on earth. She says, you know, I don't have 100 rand to give you. I'm poor, I'm broke. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Tomorrow she dies. Then all of a sudden when she's dead, I pray, please make me a millionaire. Please tell God. But when she was living, she couldn't help you. Now all of a sudden, she can help you. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. Because the same ancestors you pray to couldn't defend themselves when white people came with this devil right here. The same ancestors you pray to, they couldn't defend themselves when white people came and forced this devil upon us. They couldn't save themselves. But how now are they saving you today? Since you pray to Amados, Tandazalizos, please pray Pray and tell them, see, as black people, we are suffering. We are poor. Please make us rich. Please. Make sure. That's what you must say. And then come back and tell me the proof that they'll save you for it. We pray to the God of the Bible, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the real creator of heaven and earth.